Reigning U.S. Open champion Jannik Sinner roars into fifth successive major semifinal. The world one roll to a 6-1, 6-4, 6-2 victory over compatriot Lorenzo Musetti late Wednesday. Jannik Sinner returned to the U.S. Open semifinals by beating number 10 Lorenzo Musetti 6-1, 6-4, 6-2 on Wednesday night in the first All-Italia matchup in a men's major quarterfinal. The number 1 seed continued what's been an easy title defense and on Friday will face number 25 seed Felix Auger-Aliassime, who beat number 8 Alex de Minaur 4-6, 7-6, 7, 7-5, 7-6, 4. Sinner is into his 5th straight Grand Slam semifinal, and with a win Friday would reach the finals of all 4 majors this year. He has won 26 consecutive matches in majors on hard courts. That includes the past 2 Australian Open titles along with his triumph in New York a year ago. He needed just 2 hours Wednesday. The first set took only 27 minutes, fighting off all 7 breakpoints he faced. He has dropped just 38 games in his 5 matches, the second fewest by a man to reach the U.S. Open semifinals since 2020. Musetti was trying to reach his first U.S. Open semifinal after getting that far at the French Open this year and Wimbledon in 2024. The New York evening was heavy with expectation, the kind of atmosphere that only the U.S. Open can create. The lights of Arthur Ashe Stadium glowed like a theater spotlight, and the reigning champion Jannik Sinner stepped onto the court with the aura of a man who knew exactly where he belonged. He wasn't simply playing for another victory. He was crafting history, etching his name deeper into the tapestry of tennis greatness. By powering his way into his 5th successive Grand Slam semifinal, Sinner sent a clear message to the tennis world. The throne he claimed in New York last year isn't up for grabs just yet. As it has been about talent. When he burst onto the scene, he was hailed for his clean ball striking, his laser-like ground strokes, and his calm demeanor that belied his age. Yet, those early days carried whispers of doubt. Could he endure the grind of 5-set battles? Could he shoulder the psychological weight of being among the world's best? The answer, it seems, has been given emphatically over the last year. With each major tournament, Sinner has grown sharper, his body stronger, his mind calmer. A semifinal run at one major could be dismissed as luck. 2 in a row demanded attention. 5 in succession is dominance. It's the consistency that separates fleeting stars from true champions. Against his quarterfinal opponent, Sinner displayed all the trademarks of a reigning champion. His forehand, hit flat and deep, cut through the court like a blade. His backhand, once a tool of defense, has matured into a weapon of precision, capable of wrong-footing even the quickest retrievers. More impressive was his composure. The crowd gasped and cheered at every rally, yet he remained unshaken, breathing steadily, eyes fixed only on the ball. In moments when the match tightened, Sinner thrived. A tiebreak in the second set could have swung momentum away, but Sinner played it like a maestro, painting lines, mixing pace, and finally raising his fist as the stadium erupted. That roar wasn't just for the point won. It was the sound of a player asserting his reign. To reach 5 consecutive major semifinals requires more than talent. It demands a monk-like discipline. Travel, training, recovery, and mental reset become a cycle with little room for error. Injuries lurk around every corner. Fatigue stalks the legs and lungs. And yet Sinner has managed to rise above. His team speaks of his almost obsessive focus on details, diet, sleep, conditioning, strategy. The results are evident. While others stumble under the grind of the tour, Sinner continues to march. What makes this semifinal streak particularly electrifying is not just the feat itself, but what it sets up. The looming battles with his greatest rivals. Novak Djokovic may still linger. Carlos Alcaraz pushes with youthful ferocity, and other challengers lurk in the shadows. Each major semifinal feels like another chapter in a saga where Sinner's reign is constantly tested, yet never toppled. Tennis, after all, thrives on rivalries, and Sinner seems destined to anchor this new era. What's most captivating about Sinner's rise isn't merely the trophies or the statistics, it's his quiet defiance. He doesn't possess the flamboyance of a showman, nor does he thrive on controversy. Instead, he lets his racket do the talking. When down breakpoint, he doesn't panic. He stays at the ball, bends his knees, and unleashes a winner as though it were routine. That unshakable inner calm has transformed him into more than just a player. He is a presence, an immovable pillar at the top of the game. The US Open crowd has a history of embracing fighters, champions who refuse to wilt under pressure. From Serena Williams to Pete Sampras, New York rewards grit. Sinner has become their new darling. As he waved to the crowd after sealing his semifinal spot, the applause wasn't merely for a win. It was for the sense that they were witnessing the rise of a dynasty. The Italian flags waved proudly, and chants of Sinner, Sinner, echoed under the night sky. Reaching 5 straight semifinals is monumental, but Sinner knows the job isn't done. A semifinal berth is not a trophy. It's an invitation to fight for one. Ahead lies the pressure of defending his title, the challenge of proving that last year's triumph wasn't a one-time spark but the ignition of a sustained reign. His opponents will throw everything at him. Drop shots, blistering serves, fearless aggression. But if Sinner has proven anything, it's that he thrives when the stakes are highest. More than just a reigning champion, Sinner represents the future of tennis. He bridges generations, the fading era of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, and the dawning era of Alcaraz, Rune, and beyond. His success reassures the sport that its next chapter will be no less riveting, no less glorious. And for young players watching from academies and backyards, he is proof that relentless work and quiet determination can conquer even the grandest stages. As Sinner walked off Arthur Ashe, his head held high, the story felt incomplete. The roar of the champion wasn't just for the semifinal reached. It was a declaration that he intends to rule for years to come. 5 straight major semifinals mark him not merely as a contender but as a reigning force, a man whose journey has transcended promise and blossomed into dominance. New York is a city that crowns kings only if they can withstand the noise, the lights, the pressure. Jannik Sinner has done all that and more. His reign continues, his roar grows louder, and his place in the pantheon of tennis greats looks more certain with every swing of his racket. The crowd at Arthur Ashe Stadium knows how to recognize greatness. They've seen it in the dazzling artistry of Roger Federer, the relentless power of Serena Williams, the unbreakable will of Rafael Nadal, and the ironclad dominance of Novak Djokovic. On this humid New York night, they witnessed another performance worthy of that hallowed company. Jannik Sinner, the reigning US Open champion, walked into the cauldron of expectation and emerged triumphant once again, marching into his 5th consecutive Grand Slam semifinal. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.